Yeah, I'm right here. Oh, I already see a comment. Hi, Renee. I'm excited for this. Yes, I'm glad you are excited. I certainly am too. And this is a really, really wonderful topic. And as you know, I love all of my topic. I always start an introduction that way. And this feeling of oneness, amazing. The path towards becoming one with yourself. I have to admit, like, it seems like it's something that's just a piece of cake that you just suddenly wake up and you do a simple routine and that's it. You wake up and there you are, and that's it, right? To just see that you are one with yourself, to let go of the physical of your twin flames body, to really go within, align with soul, all of these things. You hear them, and it sounds like the easiest thing to do, right? And Heidi Infamous, I've come to learn everything is a process. Everything in this journey is a process. And by now, a lot of you, if you've been following me for a while, will know. I hope you know, because you've heard it from me and probably your intuition as well. That is healing is a process. It's a process. It's a journey, and all of this stuff that you've probably been sold on isn't quite overnight. Okay, and what does it mean, oneness? I have to break it down. I just have my Facebook open here because I'm seeing comments from Facebook, and I want to be sure I'm seeing who's commenting there. All right, hold on. Ah, Antoniqua, that's you. And all right, so I gotta bring this back to the previous folks in your life. I gotta bring this to the people you feel connected with in this current moment. Okay, my I'm hearing strategy because I'm looking for the word to say to all of you is to help you see how a lot of these concepts aren't really twin flame related, but it's just always been this way. It always has. But when your twin flame comes into your life, this shakes you up, it wakes you up to the point where you're realizing, hey, you know, I want to heal this. I want to heal this pain in me. I want to learn about twin flames. I want to do all of this kind of stuff, right? So this connection comes in, it wakes you up. You want to know. And that's the wonderful thing about it. I know some of you are like, "What? Wonderful? I'm in pain." Is she like, what are you talking about? Like all these things, super phenomenal things are happening to you. You're not quite sure what to believe in this journey. It just feels all around painful. But what the experience is doing is waking you up to the patterns that have been in you that hasn't been working. Okay, it hasn't been working. I hear ego. The ego. I have a masterclass coming out with that one. I'm gonna have fun with the ads because I feel like it's the ego needs and this is sarcasm, right? The ego needs a carpet rolled out because the ego thinks it's running the show. It believes every word that comes out when you're in an ego state, and it's just like your mouth is just going, and you're all the negative words and all this kind of stuff. It really is running the show, trying to protect you. So that masterclass is coming out. I can't wait to have that. But going back to this, you are taking a look at the patterns in you that have never worked. Never worked. Okay. This outer body experience that you had when you're connecting with people have been doing you injustice and has been keeping you out of feeling connected with someone, experiencing a connection with someone. And it's likely, if you had experience with someone who had narcissistic traits, it is likely, oh my words, had drawn this person into your life because of that disconnect you had with yourself, the lack of trust you were feeling within yourself, not trusting your intuition, not trusting your gut feeling and all this kind of stuff. So this is what's happening. For a really long time, you had experienced connection from outside of you. It's like a part of you, like within yourself, you didn't feel well, right? You didn't really feel joy in your previous connections, or even with the connections you've had with the people around you. You kind of bottle things up if when you were feeling pain and hope somebody would notice, or hope they will get you. You try to express yourself, but you felt unheard, unseen, invisible in all kinds of ways. And then perhaps you made the demands, you know, I did. It's gotta look like this. I need it to look like this. I need this attention. You make me feel all those words that you would say to whoever you were with, right? It was like it became their responsibility to do something within you to make you feel loved, to make you feel cherished and heard, and whatever the case, it was like their job in a way. If this doesn't resonate with you, feel free to say, nope, nope, not my story. If it does resonate with you, let me know about it, okay? And this did not help you connect at all, right? So during those times when you're just like, I need this connection, like, please give me whatever, it seemed like the person just became even more distant from you. Same with your twin. You're like, hey, I have this person here and everything's going great. You're forgetting about other areas of your life. Guilty. Okay. And all you can do is think about this person and the future and what's going to happen and all this kind of stuff. And then it looks like they slipped away. Okay. So when we talk about the oneness within yourself, we're talking about how you connect with yourself, you feeling connected with yourself. Whenever you are bottling your emotions, you don't want to feel your emotions. It's too painful. No one hears you. So why bother? If you look into it, you're going to wind up crying because your emotions, your true feelings show what's really happening to you. And in order for you to look at that, you're gonna break down. Has this happened to you? It's like if I look at what's happening inside of me, I'm terrified to see what's there because I don't feel well and I don't know how to get out of this. Maybe you have feelings of being alone. Lots of people feel so alone, even though there's people around them. And it's like, I don't know where this is coming from. All of this kind of stuff. You're coming back to you, okay? The people outside of you, including your twin flame, are a mirror of what's happening with you, a mirror of what's going on inside of yourself. This is not a twin flame concept, okay? We got to get out of that. This is twin flame. You can learn these things right now with the people around you in this moment, okay? And so when you heal, rather than looking for the things outside of you, like, come here, come fix this, come do this, and all this kind of stuff, you're healing it within. You're saying, okay, my outer world is me. Something in me is creating this. Some sort of memory, some sort of belief, some sort of, and I know some of you might be like, well, I tried everything and this person still hasn't come into my life. Well, I'll get there. I'll get there. Okay. And so something, when a person seems distant, the person you're connected with seems distant from you. Let's say an intimate partner, right? Somewhere there, you're distant from yourself. And you are trying to get them to notice you. You're like, please pay attention. And they probably want to. Let's say your twin flame, we'll say your twin flame wants to, but feels like they can't. Something is making it hard for them to do that. And it is because of the disconnect you have with yourself. The people outside of you can only mirror to you what's going on inside of yourself. The world is you pushed out. If you've heard of that phrase before, they can only mirror that. So when there's this emptiness in here and you're just like, come fill it up, it's just not going to work. It's not going to happen. You know, and if you ask, well, why can't you be this way? Why can't you give me the treatment I want and all this kind of stuff? They're likely not even going to be able to tell you. Or there's going to be an excuse of some sort, like, I'm too busy, or this is not the right time, or whatever it is. But when you try to find a deeper reason, I don't know. I don't know why, you know? And so, because those outside of you are a mirror of you, who is the most important person here for you? Okay? For you. You got it. If you answered it in your head, then you answered this correctly. You are. You're the most important person for you in connection. It doesn't take away from feeling connected with someone. What I'm trying to say here is the things that you're not giving to yourself is going to be really hard for someone to reflect that to you, whether it's love, attention, care, all this kind of stuff. And so when you stay looking on the outside of you, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, it's not going to come to you. It's just not. All right. So, what I'm sensing here, I'm moving into that oneness. Why it's important in this connection? It is because, oh, there's so much. We can go on for a while with this. I'm hoping to get all of them. I didn't write any of this, didn't practice any of this. This is just all coming through. So, this person is you. Someone has said, I have a hard time, and you probably feel the same way. I have a really hard time making that connection that this is me. I don't know how to see that oneness, that one soul. I have a really hard time with that. Okay, if you've had the opportunity, I know there are some of you out there, you haven't met your twin, they only appeared in dreams, and so you may not have had the chance to see this. But when your physical reunion happens, you'll notice it without even looking for it. You're going to see it. And perhaps you witnessed this already, where it feels like you think the same. You have the same thoughts. You're finishing each other's sentences. You have the same, I don't know, sense of humor. There's just so many similarities. You're talking without words. Um, Future goals align and all this kind of stuff. It just really feels like you, okay? Feels familiar. If you didn't notice because of the level of awareness you had at that time, pay attention. Pay attention when this person comes around you, okay? Because this is evidence. Not that I'm saying go look for the evidence. You don't even have to look for it. You're going to be like, "Hey, I was thinking that. Hey, I was feeling that. How did you know that I needed that?" And that kind of stuff, right? These are the things that happen because that's it's just you. It really is just you. And so when you truly align with yourself and you're aligning with your inner you and you're making the changes inside of yourself, the changes happen outside of you. And even with this person, the changes happens outside of you. And I have to say, my clients are noticing that it is like that in real time. Like, okay, I just had some sort of I got emotional or something. So let me take a look at what's happening, or something you're saying that this person is doing. And keep in mind, not just twin flame. When you catch yourself saying this person is doing this, or they're doing something to me, which they are not, look within yourself, okay? You really shift that within. I'm a big believer you can have a conversation about it. You can say, hey, when this had happened, it made me feel this way, just your feelings. Okay. And you're listening for theirs. Do not make up their feelings for them. I don't care who it is. Your parents, your siblings, your aunt, your uncle, your friends, your twin flame, do not make up their feelings for them. Like, oh, why aren't you feeling this way? You need to feel, you need to believe. No, no, you're owning your feeling and you're allowing the person to own theirs. Okay? Because 99% of the time, what you're thinking happened is not what it was. It was a misunderstanding, a miscommunication. The words came out the wrong way. Is their own trauma that's playing with their head. They had an ego moment and they felt like being negative during that time, and it had nothing to do with you, but you took it personally. This is why you don't create stories for the other person, because a lot of times it may not even be what your own ego is telling you that it is. But you can always communicate and say, it made me feel this way. So that person understands your feelings and can connect with it. And perhaps say something like, what can I do better so that you don't feel this way? Or what can I change? Or just simply saying, I'm sorry that you felt that way, kind of thing. Right? Okay. And so when you are in alignment, okay, I'm going to stop a little bit and read this. Uh, All right, Renee, it resonates. Not my story, but still interesting. Okay, all right. I'd like to hear your story. Yes, it has. I cry almost every day. Yes, this is healing that is necessary. Crying is releasing. But what are you releasing? Because you're in the process of releasing something, and somewhere there within you, your inner person, I do a lot of inner child healing, is crying for help. Okay. So I've been connecting with self, finally record message from my twin after over received message from my twin after over a year. Everything you speak is true and is almost shocking. But I also had an inner knowing. All right, there you go, Renee. How to practice this in law of attraction at the same time. Oh, I like that. I like that. So you are practicing this in the law of attraction at the same time when you're connected with yourself within, when you go within. The law of attraction and manifestation. Hold on, drink some water. Have very little, if not nothing, to do with outside of you. Nothing. Okay. So the law of attraction is that you attract what you are, where you are, the energy that you are. It draws in more of it. The people around you will be similar to you because of that law of attraction. You really can't attract someone who's far different from you because this law would not allow it. Okay. And so being positive, you attract more positive into your life. You're negative, you're going to attract a whole bunch of negative experiences in your life, because it's a mismatch. You just can't attract positive when you're being negative all the time. It really just doesn't work that way. But you certainly want to look at the negative voices, the negative words, and see what it's telling you. All right, so this is the law of attraction. So if you want a really loving, healthy relationship with a partner, you've got to be a really loving person. I don't know, whatever it is that you desire to attract in connection, you are that way first. Okay. And so the law of manifestation, this is a little deeper. This is where your thoughts are creating your reality. They always are. And I'm so glad you brought this up, because I've heard from some folks, and it's fine, whatever you believe, this is your belief, that's fine, who will say, well, I don't want to use the law of manifestation, especially on my twin flame. I do not want to dictate what this person's doing. I just simply want them to come through. I get it. I get it. However, your thoughts have been creating your reality. They always have. We have this tendency to believe that the law of manifestation is working only when we're using it to manifest something. Mm-mm. It's always been working. All right. So my twin flame is not here. They don't call me. They don't reach out to me. Whoever doesn't care about me. Whatever stories you're telling yourself in any areas of your life. You know, money is another one. Money, between love and money, major traumas, right? Major traumas, major releasing, all this kind of stuff. So when you're feeling like money is not available, money is not, whatever you're telling yourself, you got to really hear your words, because they're creating your reality. And here I'm going to take this an extra step that you most likely didn't hear about, is that the law of manifestation is, you're creating the things you believe on a subconscious level. Okay? I said it. I said it. You're creating what you believe on a subconscious level. So I'll give you an example. If this resonates with you, well, it can be with anything in your previous relationship, let's say, any relationship at all. Um, you were like, I don't want to be like my parents. Okay. Let's say any relationship. It can even be with your kids. It was with a partner, with your kids. I don't want to repeat my parents' mistakes. I don't want to do like them, and so forth. And what happened? You did exactly what your parents did and repeated their things, even though the whole time you're telling yourself, I don't want to. Okay. So consciously, you are aware you don't want to. Subconsciously, those beliefs that you picked up when you were younger, childhood beliefs, social beliefs, past life, generational beliefs, are all still there. And it's creating your reality. And this is why those things that you run away from repeat themselves. You know, when you go within and you get to the root of the situation, where on earth did that come from? Whatever it is that keeps showing up in your life, and you're like, I don't want this. I don't want to experience this. But why does it keep happening to me? You get to the root of it. This is what I teach you to do, to get to the root of it and change that. When you're doing that, you change your brain patterns. You change that belief, that particular belief in your subconscious mind, to believe what you believe consciously. You're getting it aligned. Okay. It might sound complicating to you, but it really is so simple. And then when your thoughts subconsciously shifts, so does your reality. And it is the most amazing experience. Okay. If you have felt like you have no luck in life, nothing's working out well, the people around you, they're just, you can't stand them. They're not helping you. They're not there. They don't understand you, all of this kind of stuff. And you shift this belief from the subconscious. It's like you don't even have to say anything. They show up the way that you have shifted this belief. You changed it. They just show up. Let's say if you were like, I never get helped around here. You know, a lot of us, you know, we had our um a lot of us have been there with folks that just didn't understand to pick up and help out or anything, and maybe you were like, I know I certainly was, I need help, I need help, I need help, or got tired of asking for help and was like, forget it, nobody understands, and all this kind of stuff. When the help starts showing up and you didn't even ask for it, and it keeps happening repeatedly, it's gonna feel weird to you. You're just like, oh, I'm in the twilight zone. Like, this is so weird. And that's what happened to me. And it was like, now you're training your nervous system to get used to it, because your nervous system before was like, felt safe in saying, no one gets me. And now that they're getting you, this is out of your comfort zone. This is out of what your nerves is familiar with. And so it might start to panic a little bit. You're like, this stuff is actually showing up. Like, what's going on? So then nervous system repair becomes a thing for you to do. So you get used to the blessings showing up in your life. Imagine that. And you probably thought, okay, when these blessings show up, when real love comes in, when the universe delivers all of my blessings, money is flowing, I'm going to feel wonderful, I'm going to feel great. It's going to feel great, and it might feel weird, and you might be like, okay, I'm telling you, when you're not used to it, you're just like, and stuff like that, and then your body adjusts to becoming used to that. But this is what happens when you shift your beliefs subconsciously. It just shows up. And for many of you, if you were taught that you can't have what you want in a relationship, that's a lie. Complete lie. Okay, this is a belief in your subconscious mind that you need to do something about. You can have whatever you want in life when you shift that belief. And if you're saying, I don't want to manipulate any part of my twin flame experience, what I can say to you is don't, but heal the beliefs that you have picked up along the way that have made experiencing connection difficult. Do this for you. Get out of thinking that you're doing stuff for your twin flame. If you do, guarantee this person's going to stay away. Because I say guarantee, they're likely to stay away. I won't put a guarantee on it because I've seen where twin flames come in and everything's super rocky, and couples make it through it and that kind of stuff with healing, but boy, is it intense, and so forth. Okay. um yeah, I distracted myself here, and so boy, I really lost my thought. All right, so I'm going to read the comment and then hopefully it comes back. I've been connecting with self finally. Okay, I did read that. And that was because you were connecting with yourself and how to practice this. Oh, and law of attraction. Okay, I read that one too. Hi, sis, says Sheen. Saw him in a random shorts video that popped up on my timeline last night, lol. A dream with radio platform or similar energy to his this AM also. Well, sending you hugs. Oh, okay. This is a whole nother video, and I plan to do this. I have video ideas, guys. They're gonna come out, and I appreciate your patience. I'm gonna get through them. Um, this to me is physical contact. Okay. Randomly pops up physical contact. Randomly unblocked. You randomly ran into them on the street. They're showing up more and more in your dreams. Well, that's not physical contact, but that is a sign of reunion approaching. This is a sign of, and I'm not saying for you to get your hopes up, because the moment you get all excited, like, woo, guess what? Mm-mm, no excitement. Okay, get excited for you, because excitement usually gets followed by control and expectation. Okay, when is it going to happen? I see it. How's it going to happen? And the ego is going to mess with you. Just live your life, live your good life, right? And so these are signs. These are signs that I call it the veil. The veil between you and your twin flame is thinning out, and you're seeing them more and more come into your physical presence. Okay. This is not a coincidence. As you know, you've been following Twin Flame Journey, you will know there's no coincidences. The universe does all of this. And so you came into some sort of alignment, and now you're seeing things popping up. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. All right, keep doing it. And that's for any of you. You're like, they came back into into the picture. I'm telling you, this is the time. This is the time. Keep doing it. And if you're not aware of what it is that you're doing, certainly reach out to me. Okay, let's have a conversation and sign up for a session, because you're going to get it. You're going to get it. How to really stay there in that space, in alignment with yourself, connected with yourself, and just feeling all around Zen. and not expecting anything whatsoever. And this isn't even something that you talk yourself into. We're just like, I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna let my thoughts go there. No, when you're healing, your thoughts won't go there. Okay? It won't go there. And you're gonna feel so weird about it. Maybe, maybe not. Some people feel weird about it. Some people say, oh my God, I feel so great. I'm not having obsessive thinking. I'm not really thinking about them. I saw the text message came 2 hours ago and all this kind of stuff. This really happens when you're healing. You don't have to convince yourself anything and talk yourself into anything when it's healed. Okay. This goes with other areas of your life too. And yeah, you get you. It's all good. I get you. I feel you. Yep, just working on myself and my inner child, loving. Yeah, very, very big, deep connection with yourself. When you are connected with your inner child, your higher self too. I like inner child because your inner person is where your pain is. And you can connect with your pain and get to the root of it through there. Okay. The way I teach inner child healing, I don't know if anyone else teaches it. I feel like you're not going to find it. Okay. You're not going to find it out there. If you do, okay, sure. But it's a deeper level of connection with yourself. It is the root of the pain. When you don't know why certain things happen, why things show up in your life or don't show up in your life, why you feel so nervous or anxious, this person inside of you knows why. Okay. And you've got to connect with this person, this inner you, and begin to break it down, identify what it is, break it down, and rebuild. And your life changes. And it's amazing. Okay. Amazing. Just like that, you don't need to tell yourself X, Y, and Z. You can heal your ego this way too. Okay. It's like, the way this connection works, it causes the ego to stir up. And when the ego does, when you find yourself saying they're not coming, they don't care, all these words are going through your mind. This is what I call the beginning of ego degradation. It's coming up to be broken down. But what do a lot of us do? We don't look at it. Oh, it's wrong. Like we tell ourselves, it's wrong to have the ego, to be an ego. We can't pay attention to any of that stuff. Shove it somewhere, right? So when you push it to the side, it comes up again and again and again, because those beliefs exist inside of you. It's coming up because they are somewhere there in you, in your subconscious mind. Those beliefs are there. And so you connect with this inner person, and just like that, you don't have those beliefs. Everything is a process. It's a process. And I certainly recommend that you get started if you haven't. Okay. Sign up for my sessions. I actually have my Attract Your Twin Flame and Manifest Your Dreams 14-day challenge, which is a great starting point there, where I provide you with the tools that help you with this connection and help you with healing and trusting your intuition. I put the link below. We're going to start on March 3rd with this one. Okay, definitely reach out for help and get out of feeling pain, get out of having the ego take over your life. You want to live a fabulous life. The stuff the ego is telling you is not going to get you there, you know? And it's so hard to let it go. I've been there, guys. I know when the ego comes up, you're just like, you go nuts. For some of you out there, maybe not all, you're like, okay, I'm blocking this person. I'm telling the universe to get lost. Leave me alone. I don't want to be bothered. I want to end. Um, I want to live a regular journey, so to say. I want to live a regular journey, not the twin flame journey. All these things come up, and it's very hard. It's so intense when these negative words from the ego comes up. And it's because of something that's going on inside of you that's still holding on to a particular pain from the past. Okay. You can break free from it. And when you do, those things that you were saying, they don't come up. Even if you want to try, you're like, hello, hello. I want to say something about my twin or something because I don't know, whatever it is that you're telling yourself, but you just can't seem to find it. And you're no longer attaching stories to this person. Okay. And you're really being within yourself. So, going back to being within yourself, everything exists there. Your inner guidance, um, love, your love, God's love for you, feeling one with God and the universe, and just really experiencing magic when you're inside of yourself. And I know hearing that you got to be within yourself. So how on earth am I gonna feel a connection with someone if I'm just being like a robot within myself, right? Well, this is because of your understanding of what love is. Okay, because a lot of us we're fed that love is outside of ourselves. We gotta self-sacrifice for that person out there, and have that ongoing crush that was like in high school. Oh, giggling about it and all this kind of stuff. Everything was outside, outside, outside. But love isn't from outside, it's from inside of you. Real love happens inside of you first. And you're filling yourself up with this love because you have so much connection with yourself and you're feeling great. You're experiencing life in a different way and it spills outside onto others. And when it comes to your twin flame connection, that physical love, obviously, there is that spiritual love, that feeling that you have within, but that physical connection, you're allowing it to grow. I know for a lot of you, it might be like, I want it right now. I don't have a lot of time, or I have, not that you don't have a lot of time, you probably have more time than you're feeling it, but you might be like, listen, my age is up there, or I'm ready to start my family. I'm ready to start my life and all this kind of stuff. You got to get rid of all of that. You just have to, because this connection, any connection really, but we're talking twin flames here, needs that time to grow and deepen. Okay, you can't necessarily get this within a few weeks, 2 weeks, like ASAP. Can't really get that ASAP. Okay, give it time. Build a friendship. Let the love grow. Have a solid foundation somewhere where the two of you are really getting to know each other. Okay. And then become emotionally invested in your physical connection. Let that happen. Let it happen. Believe me, it won't take as long as you think it's going to. You're just like, I want that end goal. But what about leading up to the end goal and enjoying that present moment and allowing things to unfold? Okay. And then just noticing your energy too, because when you rush, now it's like you're leaving yourself, control and expectation comes into the picture again. Be present, be within. And I have to tell you, this is practice. Okay. You're like, I try and it didn't work. I wind up just blah. I went into all the control and expectation, the ego took over and everything like that. You know, It's not the end of the world. At least to me, I don't feel like it is. And I hope you won't either. Even though at that moment you might be like, I just messed everything up. I messed it all up. You're learning. Okay? Get back up and try again and keep going. What you're doing is shifting a certain pattern you've had almost your whole life. Beliefs you've had for a really long time. You've got to give yourself compassion. Okay, love yourself. It's okay. You're healing. It is a journey, and there's healing where you're doing this healing that you do on your own, and healing that you do in connection, because you and this person help each other heal. Okay. And so, any other questions? I hope this covers. I'm feeling like there's more. Okay, with the oneness, the reason why this is so important, that you're within and you're feeling good and relaxed and so forth, no thoughts, expectations, worries, like nothing. If you can have like no thoughts, if you can bring yourself to that point where you're just, which you can through healing, I'm telling you, you won't even have to think about it. You might be like, well, I want to obsess, but you just can't seem to do it. And so, because you've healed those patterns, your twin flame hears their intuition. Okay. Your twin flame, or whoever it is that you've been saying stuff like this person, and all this, and you're just like, okay, I'm releasing all of that. They hear their intuition and believe it. I'm hoping you can believe this. And if you can't, work on believing it, that the universe is guiding you and this person on your journey. Okay. It is not one sided. You're not the only one who felt something here. And you might be like, well, they're denying it. They're saying it's not. Well, it may be a perception at that time. The universe hasn't shown them enough yet. Maybe there are lessons, there are different things for this person to learn and for you to learn. And so your journey is not quite there yet. You meet them where they're at. You cannot convince anyone. Don't go out there convincing, hey, we're twin flames. No, mm-mm. You can talk about your experiences. Hey, I've been experiencing certain things, and I thought I'd let you know, or something like that. But do not run up there and be like, hey, you're my twin flame. Especially when they're telling you to go away. No, don't do that. Okay. Meet them where they're at and let things work their way. Let the universe do whatever the universe does. And for you, you're healing your connection with yourself and your ability to allow someone to feel connected with you when you're in pain, when you're not feeling your best, and so forth. You're showing up as your authentic self, and what is truly happening inside of you. You're showing that instead of hiding it. Okay. You no longer need to hide from yourself. And it sounds easier than said for many of you. I truly get it. It's like this. When you haven't been connected with yourself almost your whole life, it can be hard to get there. And also, when you do get there, when you're like, okay, I'm slowing down and I'm going within, this is something a lot of this is something that's not really mentioned out there. It feels painful and weird. Okay. So and I've spoken to lots of people, and these things are real. This is why during my the healing portion of my sessions, I go slowly. Because for someone to come into their body and there's a lot of pain there, all they've ever known was pain their whole life that they kept bottled up, that hurts. And this person can experience damages within. This is something that requires healing and slowly to do. So for many people out there, and I'm hoping to clear the air of a lot of things that are going on in this journey, the twin flame journey, when you're like, why does my twin keep running? Why did they ghost me? And things like those. It's likely one of the reasons, because there's different reasons that aren't really you, but is a mirror somewhere there, that the pain within themselves, like for them to open up about their feelings, about whatever is going on with them, feels too hard and difficult to go into their bodies and access their true feelings, what's really going on. It's too much. Okay. Has that happened to you where you want to be truthful with someone? You want to tell people what's really going on in you, but your body is shaking, you're sweating, your throat feels clogged up, and you want to, you kind of stay surface level. You're like, hey, I don't feel good, or I don't like the way you're talking to me, or something like that, but you don't go into the feelings. Okay, because to access those feelings, you got to go through pain. It's so painful to really open up about your truth, what you're really feeling, what's really going on. You, out of fear of being judged, fear that they're going to run away, fear like I can't tell them that kind of thing, right? For you, you can stay in connection even though you're not tapping into your truth. But for this person, just the mere thought of doing that hurts too much. Okay. This requires healing. And the wonderful thing about it is, as you're healing, so is this person. It's one soul. It's just you. They're affected by it, you know. And I've shared in the previous video how this person is affected. Well, the universe is like, hey, your twin flame over there is doing all this healing. Guess what? You got to catch up. So we're going to do this, this, this. We're going to get to work. And they might be like, oh my God, goodness, this is like what? Or something. I don't know. Something, I don't want to manifest stuff for for you guys. But ultimately what I'm saying is, when you're elevating, your energy is rising, your vibration and all this kind of stuff, this person, their physical self, cannot be left behind, because it's all you. I look forward to when you can see that, when you can really see it. And I also see it because I have a twin sister. I'm a twin everywhere, right? Same thing there. And I'm just like, this is some weird stuff. This is some weird, something about twins, really. This is just some weird stuff. So I see it around me, and things like those. And I look forward to that time. Or maybe I don't. Let me not put too much um of my own expectations. I always try to clear that away and make sure none of that is in the way of things unfolding for you. Okay. So even I have to stay in Zen with no expectation and none of that. So that things unfold for all of you as well. I'm a twin and my twin flame is a twin. Wow, look at that. Wow, that is amazing. All right. And so I believe I've covered that all. Experiencing oneness is so important because everything inside of you is mirrored out. The world is you, is a reflection of you, is showing you and how you are connected with yourself. And the more connection you feel with yourself, the more connected others feel with you, especially your twin flame. Because of that, okay, it's like that pull in, and miracles just happen because of that. You're in your most present moment ever. All right. So discover the techniques for it, and you can choose whatever works for you. My sessions are all about you. Even my challenge are all about what aligns with you. I will never guide you on something that doesn't fit. And you're always, it's always okay to open up and say, hey, that does not resonate. That's not how, whatever the case, whatever. But primarily, I hardly ever get that. Can't remember a time I did, maybe once, because everything is all about you. Your answers are inside of you. Okay. So I'm an only child, and my twin flame is an only child too. Okay. Got it. Got it. So, all right. I appreciate you hopping on. And if you have any questions, continue to ask them, and I'll definitely respond to them. I'm so glad to have caught I'm so glad you guys caught me. I'm glad you came here. I'm glad to have done this live tonight. Take care. Bye.